my name is Krista Mahon, independent designer with Couture from Cincinnati, Ohio, team leader of Krista's Chalking Crew. Today we're going to ink a t-shirt. This is called Rise and Shine. It's a size B transfer. I love this one. I'm addicted to coffee. I love coffee. So it says, I don't rise and shine, I caffeinate and hope for the best. So I'm going to do this on a t-shirt. This is a used t-shirt that is out of my closet. So what I do is I undo the ink mat, which is sticky, and it helps keep the fabric in place. Also, it prevents bleaching. So this is the 17 by 17 ink mat. Okay, so I'm going to unfold my t-shirt, and I'm going to go ahead and put this inside the t-shirt. If you're doing a littler t-shirt or a littler pillow, a lumbar pillow, etc., you can cut our ink mats in half, and that also will work as well. Since this is a larger t-shirt, I'm using the whole ink mat, okay? And I'm going to try to keep this out so I can see the middle of my shirt, okay? And I'm going to try to position this that we can get it in the center, okay? So this is sticky, like I said, so you're going to have to like kind of work the fabric a tad bit to help. And once you get it in place, then you can kind of push it down, okay? So you're going to just work the fabric and work the wrinkles out. To heat set, you guys, make sure you always remove the ink mat, okay? You do not want to ink or heat set with the Cricut heat press or an iron with the ink mat in there. And I've done it before because I forgot to remove it, and it does melt. So make sure you remove that, okay? This is a thin t-shirt, so you might be able to see through it, but I always wear a tank top anyway, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so once we get it all worked out, I'm going to move my tag so I can see. And then I don't really have to worry about the wrinkles over here per se, because I'm going to only be inking over here. Okay, so I'll just get it. Our ink mats are very nice. I love them. Okay, so we have used this transfer before. Our transfers are reusable. They're silk screen, and they are reusable. They are sticky. So this, we mark the packaging Rise and Shine, okay? And we also mark our transfer. So front is marked, the back is marked, and what it is. Because when this gets done drying, we put it back on the backer sheet, and it'll be ready to use again. So you just peel it off. You do not need to fuzz when you're doing fabric, because that is kind of like fuzzing, okay? So we're just gonna make sure we're in the center of our shirt and pull it down, okay? And then the whole goal is to make sure this is nice and flat and no bubbles, okay? And I'm going to use Storm Gray ink, kind of matches my shirt, the sleeve and the ribbing up here. And then I'm going to use black velvet for the cups, okay? So I'm going to just do 2 colors. I do open my ink off screen just so it doesn't drop anything on our project. I am using the stir stick, which are plastic. So we're just going to stir up our ink. Okay. And all the stir sticks and squeegees are reusable. So these go in the bath of water next to me, and I clean them at the end. I'm going to set my ink over to the side here. And this is Storm Gray. It's going to match the shirt perfectly. In the water. Okay, so we have 2 different size squeegees. So you have a regular, small, and then you have a mini. Okay, I'll probably use the mini on the coffee mugs just so I don't get it in the other designs. I'm going to use the big squeegee, the small, for everything else. Okay, so let's do the Storm first. So one side's slanted and one side's flat. So you always want to use the slanted side. Okay, so we're going to dip it in. I have the best luck to work my way from the top to the bottom, and we just want to make sure we have it nice and thick, and I just don't go over it over and over like I would on like chalk. The chalk paste, you can kind of do that, but we just want to make sure we Get it nice and thick and go over it just a tad bit, not anything excessive, okay? You still want to be able to read what you're inking. I always say if you can't read it, you have it on too thick. So you just still want to be able to read the design, okay, and see through it. And we don't have to worry about the rest of the teal part, only the silkscreen area. Oh, this is going to be so cute, guys. My favorite transfer out of the new catalog. And it's going to be so adorable. You smooth on by holding the squeegee more horizontal. And then when you want to get the excess off, hold it more vertical. And it gets the excess off, okay? Okay, so I'm just easing the pressure up to make sure I don't have any lines. Okay, and this goes in the bath of water, reusable. We're going to get a mini to do our cups up here, so dip slanted side. The same transfers can be used on the paste and the ink and the same squeegees, okay? So it's just the difference of the paste versus the ink, but same squeegee, same transfer, same stir stick, and you're good to go. To heat set this, we'll remove the ink mat, and we will use it 350 degrees for 30 seconds, okay? That is how you heat set this to make it permanent. If you're inking on mugs, porcelain, metal, glass, you heat set in the oven, okay, on 350 degrees for 25 minutes, okay? So you can use ink on more than fabric, metal, glass, as long as it can go in the oven, okay, porcelain, ceramic, okay? So to peel this off, we want to make sure we don't have anything on our fingers, and I do, so I'm going to use a wipe to get it off my fingers. We don't want to get it on our white shirt for sure. So I'm just going to wipe my hands off. And we want to pull from the top to the bottom. So you can peel from the corners, okay? And then you want to peel or pull it from the middle, okay? The slower you go, the better. It won't pull the fibers of the shirt or the fabric, whatever you're chalking or inking. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm in love. Look how adorable this is. This will heat set a little bit darker, so it looks a little bit light, but it will heat set a little bit darker. And I make sure that when I'm pulling this, I do not lay this on the fabric that I'm pulling it, okay? Nice and slow. And I'm holding it off the fabric underneath. Oh my gosh, guys, how adorable. All right, so this goes in the bath of water and gets washed. Okay, once it hits the water, it's no longer sticky. I know it's awesome. I love the product. It's mind-blowing. You just wash it in the water. I use a nice little non-abrasive little pedicure brush. It gets nice and into the silkscreen area. You can also use our board erasers, and that does a good job as well. And we just wash off the excess off our transfer. And when we're done, we want to dry sticky side up so it does not stick to whatever you're drying on. I use paper towels. You can use a towel, you can use nothing, you can use your counter, whatever you have. I use paper towels, it just works best for me. And once it's dry all together, then we put it back on the backer and it's ready to go again. So I will show you this once it's clean. And I use a board eraser outside the water as well, just to get any excess off. We sell the board erasers in a pack of 2. I'll show those to you as well. I just want to get all the dripping water off of here so it doesn't drip on our project. So let me show you this once it's clean. And then we will, so here it is clean, okay? And you want to dry sticky side up. And sometimes the teal part might stain a little bit, but it's not in the silkscreen area. So you can still see the silkscreen is clean even though it was ink. And dry sticky side up. So let me make room over here. Need to get this situated. And once it dries, then it will be sticky again. So it's pretty amazing. I love the product. I love how you can reuse them. It's just not like regular vinyl. I'll show you the little pedicure brush I use. I don't want to drip it on my project, so let me grab it out of my bath of water. And the squeegee stir sticks are all reusable. So you just wash them at the end and let them dry. You can dry them with a paper towel if you have it overnight to dry. You can just dry them, let them air dry. And this is what I use to clean my transfers, okay? It does really well. I love it. So I just put that in my bath of water, and you can use that to dry. Now, if you want to heat set this right away, you can heat this up, and so it's not wet anymore. It'll just be like tacky, and then you can heat set it right away. I always usually let my projects, if I'm not in a rush, I will let them dry overnight, then I'll heat set the next day, okay? So this is Rise and Shine on a t-shirt with black velvet, ink, and storm gray. If you would like, you can buy this transfer on my chalk site along with any ink. The chalk site's in the comments. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.